not presume to know my motives.
Sure. I'll just say this. Why should she care about such a fuck-up of a sheriff? I hear she's got a nomad now. Another asshole, maybe, but not foaming at the mouth like Muldoon.
What happens if I take Benny with me?
You mean what happens if you try? Go ahead. See for yourself.
You speak of something you can offer me. What is it?
Let's keep it open-ended for now. See what you wind up needing most. You're old enough to know how this works.
I have made my decision.
Think carefully, hon.
Benny comes with me.
So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. All right. Go on then. Take him.
You are just giving him up?
Not exactly. I'm giving you up, which right now means letting Benny go. You give my best to our new prince. I'll be at the hole in the wall when you or the court are ready to talk more.
Bat pace? Haven't heard a sniffle or a squeak.
That's a problem. Sophia, see if you can reach out. He responds to you. Fire. Bearing gifts, I see.
You should know, the Anarchs will not quickly forget this. They wanted Benny for themselves, for justice.
Good thing you stood your ground. In exchange for a job well done, I offer you just that. A job as the new sheriff of Seattle.
Sheriff?
Oh my.
As part of the package, you get your permission to stay and access to my court and resources. What's more, you can head your own investigation into this Mark business during your downtime. Clan representatives will make themselves available to you, as will Sophia should you require any research.
Oh, yes, of course. I could.
What do you say to that, Sheriff?
Perhaps we can find a different arrangement.
What? Found a pea under your mattress, princess?
We could, but I don't like to lowball. And with the political situation as it is, this is my best offer. Help me change the situation as sheriff, and we can talk progression.
She strikes a hard bargain. Kinda how she got the job.
Now, as first order of business, I want to report. Katsumi, I assume you met her. What was your assessment?
The Anarchs respect her. That counts for something.
So she still has strong support. That could be problematic. Appreciate your candor. Clearly, I made the right decision. Anything else?
Yes. I believe it was Benny who destroyed Campbell.
And you have proof of that?
He said he was no Blue Blood's pet. We have assumed his rebellion began after Campbell's death. I suspect that it began with it.
Well, if so, we have our culprit already in hand. It's an interesting thought. Anything else?
A moment.
Oh?
I would know of the history between the Anarchs and this court. What is their complaint?
In short, it concerns our treatment of thin bloods. As in most domains, Lou wouldn't suffer them. Under Campbell, though, they were tolerated, as long as they remained beneath Katsumi's thumb. And because, as far as he knew, Campbell got right of first refusal on their alchemy, Seattle became a safe haven. But now, some have clearly placed bets on which way I'll swing.
If I am to be your sheriff, what would you have of me?
Tali would get you up to speed. In fact, I'd go as far as to call him your handler. And from the look of things, I don't think there'll be a problem.
Go on and out me, why don't you?
While hunting Benny, I encountered his sire.
Yeah, Max. What about him?
Is it not true that the sins of the child will be visited upon their sire?
If you want to be archaic, but I certainly wouldn't recommend he show his face. Let's leave it there.
Thank you. That was useful to know.
Then I'll be taking your predecessor.
Looks like you've had a real good pasting, Benny, old pal.
I look forward to our discussion, Mr. Muldoon. And rest assured, Fire, if he reveals anything about your mark, you'll be the first to know. We'll be in touch.
One thing before you go, Toots. In your travels, check in on Lou. I told her we'd help out on security. And guess what? That's your headache now. Go have a blast.
Oh, and, meet me at Wake the Dead when you have the chance. I can't wait to pick your brain. In the best way, of course. Ugh.
That went well. Though I do wonder how Katsumi will react. This will make our investigations easier, but there's a phrase. Poison chalice? Good luck, Sheriff. Oh, and as for your Benny theory, maybe he did take out Campbell. One bad day at the office. But he is connected to the mark on your hand. There's got to be more to it.
Drink.
If I get a shot at that sheriff, they're dead.
Do I still get to celebrate Christmas?
Person, asshole!
Wish they hadn't shut down Hole in the Wall.
Recall no more.
Jesus Christ! Damn it! Over here! Holy! Here! Help me!
I need to feed.
Jesus H. Christ on a cross!
Fire! How are you? My prince has instructed me to help you recover your old skills. Of course, as a Ventru elder, there's nothing I can teach you that you don't already know, flattering as the suggestion may be. But you're welcome to come and bend my ear anytime. Since I have you, I wanted to raise an environmental issue. I assume, like me, you've been outraged by the scrawls left on our civic architecture by the Anarchs. Since you're now part of Ryong's cleanup crew, I'd like them removed. The garish graffitos, erased, deleted. If you happen to do the same to their artists, then it's only what they deserve.
I would be happy to. Symbols have power.
Well, well. You're sharp, aren't you? The Anarchs believe they're staking a claim, and the more the scum believe it, the harder it is to scrape them off.
You interest me.
The nomad finds me of interest. Well, that is a totem I will carry to my tomb.
Have a pleasant night, Fletcher.
So, Fletcher wants the town cleaned up. Anarch symbols on the walls, huh?
Spot.
Here's the glacier. Wonder if the old bird's watching from her penthouse window. You need to feed.
Damn. I wouldn't mind taking that ass for a spin.
Let us make something beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear. I hope you like it rough.
Fucking snow
Heck,
in
look
Seattle.
at that ass.
Sheesh.
Lead the way, gorgeous.
Now remember, if Lou's lips are moving, she's lying. But you handled her well enough before. Got your permission to roam. Let's see what she's after.
You gotta be the sheriff. I'm Onda, Lou's new security. Let's get a couple things straight. You may be my elder, but I report to Lou, and to the prince, not to you. I got one job, and that's to protect her by any means necessary. Ryong wants us to help you kickstart your old powers. So if you need a little jolt of the Night Clan, you can come to me. I won't like it, but I'll do it.
When did your clan become welcome in the Camarilla cities? Before I slept, most La Sombra were firmly Sabbat.
They didn't sell sliced bread before you slept. It happened a few years back. The situation changed, and so did we. Well, some of us. Some are stubborn fools. Don't get it wrong, Nomad. We earned our place here. Earned it hard.
What brings you to Seattle?
This camarilla. World class. The old guard and the new. I have a talent for sniffing out opportunities. Always have.
You mean opportunities to prove your loyalty to the Camarilla?
Of course. I know what they say about me and my clan. I need to prove I'm not a traitor. Besides, if I can get on Lou's good side, well, then there's a whole city at my fingertips.
Will you tell me of your mortal life?
Nothing to hide, I guess. I was magnificent when I was young. A real machine. Swimming, a bit of track, kickboxing was my favorite, especially outside the ring. One time, I took out this huge guy, like 3 times my size because he'd been talking shit. Question mark kick right to the back of the neck. Dude hits the ground. Bam! 3 weeks in ICU. Never walked again. Since you're on the clock, Sheriff, I have business for you. A city is like a cook pot. This one's simmering. I've had word passed down on some of the troublemakers. Getting close to where we don't want them. I'm gonna deal with my share, but you could help me out.
Is there trouble I can deal with?
Yeah. Izzy's an older ghoul among the Anarchs. Got big ideas. She set up a den on top of the Goddard building. Can you deal with her?
I will find them. I am told you can help me regain my forgotten powers.
I wouldn't do this for just anyone, you know.
I find you interesting.
Really? I find you out of your depth. Strange to see an elder with just a hint of lost puppy. Maybe you need someone to bring you to heel.
Have a good night.
There you are.
I wish to thank you. Your name meant a great deal to the court. They said I could do you a service?
Did I ask for you? I don't... Oh, yes. The gangrel. Do you know of the arrangement? That the court supply me with suitable meals? They sent me a gangrel lout to act as my gopher, to replace... the singing of reptiles in the pulse of the blood. The call of the sun as the dry seeds burn. The red that runs through unfertile soil. The wind that flays sinew from a heartstring. Can you hear it, Nomad?
Is everything all right?
We were talking of the gangrel.
You saw some vision? What was that?
You can't hear it? It doesn't call to you. That surprises me, after all your centuries. They say it's only for the powerful. The eldest. Of course, you were asleep, and it started after your time. Doomsayers call it the Beckoning. They have it linked to Cain, Gehenna, antediluvians. The boogeymen we tell fledglings not to fear.
Gehenna. I have heard this name. The end times. When the antediluvians will rise to devour their children.
If you believe the myths. The third generation, grandchilder of Cain, survivors of the Great Flood. The mighty progenitors of our clans.
In my time, talk of antediluvians and Gehenna was forbidden in many Camarilla domains.
As it still is. But here in Seattle, I am the Camarilla. And this is a private conversation.
And what is this beckoning?
For many, it is merely a feeling, a strange urge. Often there are dreams.
Dreams? Visions?
Then comes the music, sounding in the stillness, in the quieted mind. They say it's the song of Gehenna, beseeching our return to the cradle of civilization, to bleed in the east.
What do you mean by bleed in the east?
Some call it a crusade. They think they can prevent Gehenna by hunting elders in torpor. Such bad manners, don't you think? Lion or stray, if a cat lies sleeping, it should be left that way.
So what do you call it?
A war, darling, against idiots.
You are certain you hear this, Song of Gehenna?
I've heard it for, so many years now. The summoning recognizes my strength. But I won't leave my jewel of a city. Oh, no. No matter who calls. Now, there was another thing. So yes, the arrangement. As I said, the court have sent me a new helper. A gangrel, calling herself Nyx. This is one of that little homunculus's japes, I'm sure of it. A gangrel, to fetch my food.
A feral, choosing victims for a prince?
Her attempts have been little better than roadkill. She needs to be educated. Be a dear and have a chat with her, would you? Set her on the right path.
My tastes will not be the same as yours. What is your preference?
These days, I am particularly partial to the mourners. Those who are not too enervated, either in lust or anger. I find melancholia calms my dreams. It goes without saying that they should be for money. Like fine wine, the older the bloodline, the better. But flavor aside, they must look the part. How would I explain some piercing-ridden, tattoo-covered strumpet to the front desk? This is the Glacier Hotel. I have a reputation to uphold. Though now I find myself curious. I wonder, what do you look for in your liaison?
Truthfully, I find that I am less particular these nights.
Before then, what did you look for?
In my experience, a corrupt heart produces a more sophisticated flavor.
Yes. Acquired. More mature, like a splash of bitter liqueur.
What more can you tell me about this, Nyx?
I tune out most of her babble, but it is incessant. Despite my best efforts, I can tell you that never mind was better than rumors. Huh. And that the Idaho steelheads are having a good season. And that the gourmet coffee down the street smells over-extracted. But as for what I know about her, very little. She irritates me.
I will make sure Nyx is educated.
If she's at her post, you'll find her in the foyer. If not, follow the smell of wet dog. Now, run along, dear. I'll see you again before you know it.
I didn't scent the gangrel down in the foyer, but let's take a look.